Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Anthony Walker here for the Wrestling Matters channel. Good afternoon in the UK. Good afternoon, whatever. Good morning or good evening, whatever it is you are. And this is the Raw review, ladies and gents. Yeah, what a strange Raw, but it was a good Raw. Damn sure better than the FastLane pay-per-view. Now, I've got to clear a few things up first. I did a FastLane review. Link is in the description below. Wow, can't speak. Links in the description below for the FastLane review. I just want to make something crystal clear. I did say that it was an okay pay-per-view. Wasn't the best pay-per-view I've seen. Okay. It was an okay pay-per-view. There's a lot of people that have took this out of proportion, in my opinion. They've actually took this a little bit out of proportion in respects of what it was like and everything, and how people hated it. Because I spoke to a lot of people a couple of days after the show, and they didn't like it very much because it was predictable, and it was. And I mean, I thought the pay-per-view itself was okay, but that was my only downside about it. It was predictable. I mean, you could see Roman Reigns win a mile away. It wasn't as predictable as we thought, because we thought Bray Wyatt was going to come out and attack Brock Lesnar. But, and I'll get to more of this in a second, it seems that Dean Ambrose is going to go one-on-one with Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania based off what happened on Raw this past week. Because Raw kicked off with something that WWE had on the Facebook page. They had on the Facebook Dean Ambrose getting jumped by the Brock Lesnar, now the Beast. The match is on. You got put on a limousine window. You got put through the limousine window. The limousine window broke. You went to the hospital. Came back later on, crawling to the ring, looking for a fight. At first, Brock Lesnar just walked over him. And walked out back to the aisle. But then Dean Ambrose got the microphone and said that he challenges Brock Lesnar to a match at WrestleMania in a street fight. Brock accepted, while Paul Heyman accepted on Brock's behalf after Brock gave him an F5. What you got to understand is, guys, is this. If you guys are tuning in, are going to buy the pay-per-view, buy WrestleMania to see this fight, don't expect a wrestling match, because it's going to be exactly what I just said, a fight. It's a street fight. This is going to be a war. Okay, if you're going to, like I say, if you're going to tune in, oh yeah, it's going to be the best. It's going to be a WrestleMania. Yeah, it's going to be a wrestling match. No, it's not. Okay, I can assure you that right now. If you're tuning into the pay-per-view to see this match, it's a fight. Okay, an absolute fight. The most shocking moment of the evening came at the beginning, this Legacy of Excellence Award, which is what I was looking forward to, quite frankly, because the recipient of the award was supposed to be somebody who deserves it. What a surprise. Vince McMahon picks his daughter or picks a member of his family. I'm surprised he didn't pick himself, quite frankly, but anyway. Yes, he picked his daughter to win this. And as his daughter came down, she was getting prepared to speech. Music hits. And of all people, out comes Shane McMahon. Yes, you heard me correct. Shane McMahon is back in WWE. And he got a huge pop. And holy shit chant, too. Sorry, I'll just clean a few things on the laptop. I have been busy all day today. I'm working tonight. Well, I've been busy all day preparing this and doing a few other things as well while I still can before tonight. Going back to this, he came out and everybody he chased away Stephanie, and everybody wanted to know what he was doing, including Vince. And he wanted to control WWE, i.e. Monday Night Raw. Because as we've all seen these past couple of months, the ratings have sucked in WWE. So Shane came out and said that he wants to control WWE. He wants to control Monday Night Raw. You know, he wants to boost the ratings up for his family. You know, the 4th generation, the 5th generation, the 6th generation, yada, yada, yada. Vince accepted the deal, but only if he had one match. That match being at WrestleMania. The match was made. WrestleMania 32, it will be Shane McMahon, one-on-one, in a Hell in a Cell match with The Undertaker. You heard me correct. The Undertaker's match against Shane McMahon is on. Now, is it a weird match? Yes. But it seemed the WWE had to go that way because the first guy who was supposed to get the shot at The Undertaker was John Cena. He's out injured, although he's supposedly due back. And like I said many, many times, nobody wants to see a match between Braun Strowman and The Undertaker. So where do you go? And they did say on the dirt sheets that it was going to be an outside player. You know, somebody outside the WWE. Excuse me. Lo and behold, I didn't expect it to be Shane McMahon. But anyway, Hell in a Cell, Shane McMahon versus Undertaker. If Shane wins, he gets control of Raw, I guess, or something. But he gets control. He gets his deal. Vince wins. He gets a deal that doesn't allow Shane to do this all the time, kind of thing. Watch Raw and you'll understand it a bit more better. Now, there was a 6-man tag involving the Lucha Dragons and New Day, with Neville partnering the Lucha Dragons, and New Day won that match. Nothing really big, to be honest with you. New Day didn't really do much at the pay-per-view last night, except for face. They didn't really do much at the pay-per-view last night, except for being on the Edge show the other night, I should say. So really, it wasn't that much. It was just this, let's put the 6-man tag match up. It wasn't really that much. The Usos against the Ascension. The Usos beat them, but their feud with the Dudley Boys heated up. I suppose this is going to be a match at WrestleMania. But will the New Day get involved in this? You know, will they throw the New Day in? You know, make it a triple threat match for the tag team titles. I would like to see that, but you know, at the moment right now, the rate it's going, it seems it's going to be a tag team grudge match between the Usos and the Dudley Boys. Maybe they put that on the pre-show. Courtesy bounce backing off their match at FastLine, AJ Styles and Chris Jericho. AJ Styles teamed up with Chris Jericho to face 2 members of the Social Outcasts, Heath Slater and Curtis Axel. And Jericho and AJ Styles got the job done. That was based on the fact that they were interrupted by the Social Outcasts, and that's how this match came about. And hey, they were a good team. Chris Jericho, AJ Styles, World Tag Team Champions? I doubt it. They won't be. Will they be a team for long? I doubt it, because as we all know, Jericho's a part-timer. What's next for AJ Styles going into WrestleMania? I would like to see him at WrestleMania. And there's one something that I believe it was WhatCultureWWE.com. WWEWhatCulture.com said that, or WhatCulture.com, whatever they call themselves. I don't even know what they call themselves, but they are a good site. And they said they would like to see AJ Styles win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Oh, man. Will people get their wish and see what they call it? AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens? We'll have to wait and see. But, yeah, as long as they give AJ something good to do at WrestleMania, I'm down with it. Now, Sasha Banks beat Naomi. Yes, she got help from Becky Lynch to do it again. And now it's leading into a match at WrestleMania, which seems to be going down, involving the Divas. Charlotte, Sasha Banks, Becky, Divas title. And Charlotte came out and played big mouth, basically ran her mouth off at the expense of them two, which was no big deal. But we all know it's going to go into a Divas match. And hopefully this little feud between the two members of Team Bed and Sasha Banks is now over. Now going back one, Wyatt Family got a rematch against Big Show, Ryback, and Kane. And won. Quite frankly, this should have happened at FastLane. Wyatt Family should have beaten these three at FastLane. And then have Big Show, Kane, and Ryback win on Raw. It should have been the other way around, quite frankly. But once again, the Wyatt Family get their balls busted at the FastLane pay-per-view, at any pay-per-view, quite frankly. They always get built up, and then when it comes to a pay-per-view, they always get brought back down again. They never seem to win a pay-per-view match, especially Bray Wyatt, the poor bastard. But yeah, I mean, it just doesn't make sense what WWE are doing with the Wyatt Family, in my opinion. It just doesn't make sense at all. Roman Reigns defeats Sheamus, which we've seen many, many times. Roman Reigns in the Sheamus match via disqualification, but it was a setup because it was interrupted by Triple H. Triple H came down, got into a brawl with Roman Reigns, and basically beat the crap out of him, quite frankly. Pedigreed him on the stairs, bust him open, sending a message to Roman for WrestleMania. What will happen remains to be seen. All in all, though, guys, I enjoyed Raw. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 and a 3.5 out of 5. It was better than FastLane, I thought. There was one or two stupid bits about it, but it was better than FastLane, I thought. And yeah, there's one thing I forgot to mention about FastLane. Did any of you guys watch FastLane and watch the promo going into that 6-man tag match between the Wyatt Family and Ryback, Kane, and Big Show? Did anybody notice AJ Styles' old theme song played during that, Evil Ways? The theme song that he had from TNA when he was riding around, everybody thinking he was going to join Aces and Eights eventually, but he didn't. He was just the Lone Ranger. You know, My Evil Ways, that one. Was that AJ Styles? I mean, you know, I'd love to know how much that costs for WWE to use. But anyway, but all in all, guys, a great WWE Raw this week. Yeah, it was a great Raw. It wasn't the best Raw I've seen, but it was a great Raw. I enjoyed it. And 3 matches have now been added to WrestleMania, which is Undertaker, Shane McMahon in Hell in a Cell, Brock Lesnar, Dean Ambrose, street fight, and obviously the World Heavyweight title, Roman Reigns and Triple H. What will happen? It's interesting to see what happens in the next couple of weeks, next 6 weeks rather, starting from yesterday, because there's a long way to go, because WrestleMania is not until April 3rd. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens. Really would. All in all, ladies and gentlemen, hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope you've enjoyed FastLane. I hope you've enjoyed WWE in general this week. Like I said, it's debatable whether you have or not. Tune in to the Wrestling Matters podcast. The new episode is up, episode 99, my penultimate episode. Tune into the promo for the 100th episode. You've got to hear that promo that I'm going to do for the 100th episode of the podcast. That'll be up next Monday, a week from yesterday. And yeah, guys, I'd love to stay and chat a little bit longer, but I've got to go get ready. I'm going to get this up on YouTube, then go get ready to go to work. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the day and whatever it is you are doing. Look out for the Wrestling Matters channel to see what any upcoming updates or videos or whatever it is I'm going to do. If you like what you see, on the channel, please subscribe, because there's plenty more where it came from. Subscribe for weekly reviews, weekly podcast, and the odd video here and there. But it's all wrestling-related content. Only the best in professional wrestling. And until next time, guys, I'm Anthony Walker for the Wrestling Matters channel, saying peace out.